strike. So now dangerous count to a dangerous hitter, Julio Rodriguez. No score, bottom one. 3-1. Bends in. Nasty looking sweeper, and it's 3-2. Rodriguez is usually a very slow starter, kind of a Francisco Lindor type where it's very slow in the first half and then MVP-esque in the second half, but off to a great start this season. Did hit 2 home runs for the first month and a half, the March into April, and then hit 10 in the month of May. So he has a dozen homers, hitting .263. Bases clear, 1 out, 3-2 on Rodriguez, and Warren deals. Swinging a high pop foul. It'll sail over the first base dugout and out of play. This is a great booth. Great booth. We are here every other year. So we're here in 2024. Play the AL teams home and road every other year kind of thing. Seattle was in New York last year. But we're low, a little bit up the first baseline, second level. It's great. 3-2 from Warren. Line to center field. Long run over for Ewing. He makes the catch toward left center. Good ride by Rodriguez, but A.J. Ewing made the catch. Josh Naylor coming up. We'll take a look at the Mets' defensive alignment, brought to you by Orland & Cohen Orthopedic Group, ranked number 1 in New York by Castle Connolly. We've got specialists for that. A.J. Ewing's got a glove for that line drive for Rodriguez. He's in center. Carson Bench, his psychopathic buddy, is in right, I guess. And Juan Soto, who let us all know that they call each other the psychopaths, he is in left field. Pitch to Naylor. Lefty takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Beatty, Bichette, Semien, Young, the infielders third to first. And former Seattle Mariner, Luis Torrens, does the catching. Warren's 1-0 to Naylor. Breaking ball's in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Josh Naylor, you might remember him from Cleveland and then Arizona, and then last year got traded to Seattle and was great. Loved it so much. He was an impending free agent, and he signed about 8 seconds after the season ended to come back. 1-1, fades outside, a curve, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And when Pete Alonso was not coming back, Naylor was certainly a guy on the list of first basemen. He can hit for power, he can run. That's a big key for Naylor, a lot of steals. 2-1, bounce to the right side, Semien to his left. He's got it with 2 hands, flings to first in time to end the inning. Austin Warren does his job, shuts it down as the opener. We're done with 1 scoreless in Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Salic out of here.
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs, or the cool relatives still living in NYC? The city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker, too. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
When you need help, you don't want to wait 9 innings. With Red Pocket Mobile, a real person answers in 2 minutes or less, by phone or chat. No long holds, no automated runaround. Just real customer support that's ready when you are. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Mets Radio Network. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone! With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets.
Hey.
We go to the top of the second inning at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Mets nothing, Mariners nothing. Jared Young leads off against right-hander Emerson Hancock. Hancock and Austin Warren, for that matter, had 1, 2, 3 innings. Jared Young awaits first pitch. Swinging a line drive right at the second baseman, Cole Young, who makes the 2-hand catch chest high, just a step to his right. Young hit it right on the button, but there's one away. Now, Pat, as we saw Austin Warren leaving the field, looking at the setup with Manaea starting Randy Arozarena, a righty, would lead off the fourth, and then two lefties. You may see Warren for one more.
Yeah, I would think so, just the way that this lineup is constructed. And Sean has come into games in the middle of innings. It's not like that would be a new situation for him. And the way Warren threw the ball and the bullpen being rested, Carlos Mendoza said earlier today, don't be surprised if he uses guys for 4 outs.
There's A.J. Ewing batting left, hitting at .238. First pitch. Fouled back to the top of the netting behind home plate. That's 0-1. As we come to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth, Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. The last time the Mets were here in this booth was 2024. They got swept 0-1. Line the other way, but it angles foul into the seats down the left field side, 0-2.
It didn't go well.
Scored what, 1 run?
1 run. Jeff McNeil solo home run.
And I remember that because the Sunday game was a weekend series. The Sunday game was a Sunday night game, and they hadn't had a Sunday game here for like 20 years.
Yeah.
It was a huge deal. Hancock set, the 0-2. Ewing fights it off foul, another fastball, and it stays 0-2. And the Mets that year, 24, of course, it all came together toward the very end. NLCS run, but that was August of 24. It might have been July. 0-2. Check swing. He went around. Ewing strikes out on a curve. And there's 2 away. First strikeout, though, for Emerson Hancock. MJ Melendez coming up.
It was part of that August where the Mets had 2 10-day West Coast trips.
Right.
And
this
one was the 4-city trip, I believe, that included a quick little pit stop in St. Louis.
Yes. Sean Manaea pitched that game. Here's MJ Melendez batting left. First pitch. Missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. That was the old Anaheim for 3, St. Louis for 1, Denver for 3, Seattle for 3.
Yep.
You wake up in your hotel room with the shades drawn and the darkness, go, where am I again today?
Yeah, it was August 2nd through the 11th.
The 1-0 is a little bit low to Melendez. 2 balls and no strikes. But a challenge coming up here.
Throw the ball, the catcher's challenging.
Thank you, Jeremy Rehack. So this challenge is coming from Mitch Garver. The pitch is a strike.
The call is overturned. It is a strike. Seattle has two challenges remaining.
So the video board here in Seattle is above the bleachers in center field, above the black batter's eye. It's a widescreen, smaller video board. Certainly a difference from when you come from Citi Field. 1-1, flail and a miss at a cutter, and it's 1-2. No score at top of the second. First time the Mets are seeing Emerson Hancock. And the Mets have stacked a ton of lefties against him. Try to work that little platoon against the right-hander who comes from a sidearm slot. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Melendez chases the curve, and the side is retired. So Hancock 6 up and 6 down. Punches out the last 2. We go to the bottom of the second. No score in Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio. Powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos, your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer, that's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the fourth. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When you need help, you don't want to wait 9 innings. With Red Pocket Mobile, a real person answers in 2 minutes or less. by phone or chat. No long holds, no automated runaround. Just real customer support that's ready when you are. Visit redpocket.com.
Bottom of the second, no score in Seattle. Austin Warren will face Randy Arozarena, and the first pitch misses outside for ball one. Sean Manaea is ready, and so once this at-bat is all done, I'd imagine that Carlos Mendoza will go to the bullpen. Lefties coming up next, Luke Raley and Cole Young, after the veteran Randy Arozarena. Season number 8 and season 3 here in Seattle. Waggles the bat. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Arozarena hitting at .290 with an .825 OPS. Off to a great start. He's been stealing bases. He's coming up with a ton of doubles. 16 doubles and 6 home runs. Here's the 1-1. Hit something inside, and it got Arozarena, who flips the bat toward the first base dugout and heads towards first. It was up near his elbow, and it did get the elbow guard, not the bat, so not really much to question there. Carlos Mendoza does come out, but it's not to argue. It is to go get Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea coming in, call to the bullpen, brought to you by Red Pocket Mobile. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless while also paying less.
Baseball season is a marathon. 162 games, countless innings, and plenty of big moments. Calling all that action takes a voice that's ready every night. That's why I'm always reaching for my mug of Bigelow tea. Their green tea is smooth, great tasting, and keeps my voice in game shape. When the schedule gets tough, a cup of English tea time helps me get right back in the booth. So do what I do. Take a moment just for you with Bigelow tea, the official tea of the Mets Radio Network.
You can count on our friends at Ridgewood Savings Bank to show you the community banking difference with cutting-edge conveniences and a century-long tradition of award-winning service. Ridgewood is the financial partner you can count on today, tomorrow, and all the years to come. Whether you prefer to bank at your local neighborhood branch, from home, or on the go, they're always here to help you reach your goals. Let our friends at Ridgewood be the full-service banking partner you can count on to support you in your financial journey. Visit ridgewoodbank.com to find out more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In baseball, consistency is everything. With Red Pocket Mobile, premium 5G plans start at just $10 a month. And the rate stays locked in. So no sudden price changes, no surprises down the line, just wireless that delivers a price guarantee month after month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Mets Radio Network. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Sean Manaea does come on here in the bottom of the second inning. No score, but a runner at first. So Manaea will begin his day out of the stretch. Expected to do some bulk relief today behind Austin Warren, who goes 1+ and still is responsible for Randy Arozarena, who I mentioned can steal some bags. This Mariners team has stolen their 10th in baseball in steals. Arozarena 15 out of 17. Of course, the Mets have their great catcher, Luis Torrens, to guard against the running game. And Manaea, of course, as a lefty, inherently has been gifted with simply being a lefty, and that always helps in the running game, just staring at the runner. So Luke Raley will bat, the left-handed hitter. Mariners knew this was coming. Pitch is in for a strike with a fastball from Manaea to get his night going. The count 0-1. So there are some lefties, like Dominic Canzone for one of them, who's been really hot, but sitting to start. So some of these lefties will see Manaea. 0-1. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. And I say that because the Mariners have been terrible against left-handed pitching this year, hitting as a team .205. Now, certainly that includes both lefties and righties, but it's not been good. Runner at first, nobody out. 0-2. Fades outside a sweeper, and it's 1-2 strikes on Raley, who's leading the way with 13 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a .932 OPS. Starting to really find it. Guy that's been traded 4 times in his career. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that sweeper was way outside. Big strikeout for Manaea, and there's one away. First Mets strikeout brought to you by Weichert Realtors. Don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one at Weichert.com. Now, no score. Runner at first, 1 out. Another lefty, Cole Young, coming up. Young, former first-round pick in 2022. He is certainly young, no pun intended. Pitch. Missed outside. 1 ball and no strikes. By the way, Pat, you got to keep me honest here because Emerson Hancock is starting. Colt Emerson is playing third. Cole Young is playing second. And not Brooks Raley, but Luke Raley is playing right field. 1-0. Missed up high. 2 balls and no strikes.
I can tally if you want.
Please. It's human nature.
Put $1 in the jar every time you mess it up.
I've already caught myself saying Marlins, even though it's Mariners. That's a little tricky one I didn't expect. Next pitch, bounce toward first, and foul outside the bag, even though Jared Young made a great leaping extended grab in midair. Fans oohed and awed, but Dan Iasoni at first base raised both arms and said foul ball.
Well, you got to get 2 feet down, and he only got 1. So.
Well, is it Lumen Field? At T-Mobile Park in left field, you can see the football field where the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks play. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour fastball from Sean Manaea, and it's 2-2. That football field will host some World Cup games, so it'll be simply known as Field and not Lumen Field.
Seattle Stadium.
2-2. Runner goes, pitch taken high, throw down from Terens is high. The tag is late, and Arozarena has a steal. Terens had plenty of time, just the way that whole thing was lining up. If Terens threw that thing maybe belt high to Bichette or lower, a couple feet off the ground, I think Arozarena is out.
That whole play was in slow motion. First of all, it was a 77-mile-an-hour sweeper that was high. It just felt like it took a really long time to develop, but if that throws on the money.
3-2 inside. So Young walks, and you blink, and it's first and second, 1 out for the Mariners, and Rob Refsnyder is coming up. Refsnyder, the veteran himself, first year in Seattle, but his 11th as a big leaguer, and he's been around. This is his 7th team. He's 35 years old, hitting $120, acting as the designated hitter tonight. So Austin Warren still responsible for Arozarena, who's at second. Manaea has walked Young. There's 1 out. Runners lead. Semien keeping the runner close at second. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner with a sweeper. And it's 0-1 on Rob Refsnyder, former Red Sox, former Yankee. Again, he's been all over the place. Hitting just 115 against left-handed pitching. 0-1. Check swing and a fastball up and in. He did not go, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And so the Mets know that. Of course, when they line up for a series, they see, well, what do we have as far as pitching matchup? Freddie Peralta is the only guy we know is going to pitch. That'll be Wednesday. But can we mix some lefties in here to mess up the Mariners? First and second, 1 out, no score. Pitch. Bounce toward third. Beatty to his left. Fields. Whips it to second. 1. Semien to first. Got him. Double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3, and Sean Manaea, who doctors up that double play ball, extends both fists to celebrate the double play. No runs, no hits, a walk, a hit batsman, 1 left. 2 scoreless in Seattle. We go to the third on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos, your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
I'll adopt a cat.
Just a cat, Sean? This is a New York Lottery win we're talking about.
I'd get the ultra-rare, hairless cat known as the Minskin.
Then?
I'd turn my garage into a rescue menagerie for all furless felines.
And when that gets too full?
I'll purchase land in the Catskills for them to sunbathe in hairless abandon.
Only cats.
All hair-free animals looking to roam in bald, beautiful peace.
Can I come?
Do you have hair?
New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans. It's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
Bring your inner kid to Citi Field on June 10th for Backyard Baseball Night, presented by Baseball Lifestyle 101. Unlock an exclusive Backyard Baseball cap with special event ticket purchase. Go to Mets.com/theme games for details. No score, top three in Seattle. Here's Pat McCarthy.
And Brett Beatty leads off for the Mets against Emerson Hancock in the first pitch. Beatty takes above the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. I think Pete Wheeler will be there.
Pete Wheeler was a classic. He was a little spacey, right?
Yeah, but he was a speedster. He could fly. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball hit down the left field line, foul into the seats, and the count's 1-1. Patricia Phillips. What a great game. Backyard baseball. 1-1. Beatty takes off the plate away. 2 balls and a strike. Mets and Mariners scoreless here in game 1. 2-1 pitch. Hit foul and out of play. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Brett Beatty. 7, 8, and 9 for the Mets. Beatty at 231. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Fastball in the inside corner. That is 3 consecutive strikeouts for Emerson Hancock. 7 in a row set down to start the night. Marcus Semien next. Now's the perfect time to get a Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for more information and an installer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers are the world's best-built boilers. Now here's Marcus Semien, very familiar with this ballpark from his time in the American League West. First pitch from Hancock delivered for a strike. It's 0-1. Marcus has been swinging the bat better. 7 for his last 20, which included a couple of hits yesterday and a home run. The 0-1. Breaking ball off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. But Marcus has played 158 career games against Seattle. 1-1 pitch. Foul off back to the screen. It's 1-2. A majority of those coming when he was a member of the Oakland A's, but last couple of seasons in Texas as well. His 30 home runs against Seattle, the most he has hit against any opponent. He's hit 17 of them here at T-Mobile Park. The 1-2. Breaking ball down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luis Torrens to follow for the Mets. 2-2. Swung on, popped up, shallow left, falling fast. Emerson out into foul territory, and the third baseman makes the catch. That's 2 away. And now Luis Torrens walks to the plate with Carson Benj on deck. That's who's on deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Torrens, the former Seattle Mariner, 186 games in a Mariners uniform over parts of 4 seasons. Takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Torrens came up with San Diego, then was traded in 2020 to Seattle. The 0-1. Fastball down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Torrens played 2020 here, 2021, 2022. Then became a free agent after the 2022 season. Brief stop in Chicago. Then re-signed at the end of the 23 season with the Mariners. 1-1 breaking ball in for a strike. It's 1-2. And Torrens asks for time. But Luis had a lot of success when he was playing for the Mariners.
Had a 15 home run season one year.
2021 hit 15 homers, drove in 47 across 108 games. Next pitch, breaking ball, just missed inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hancock trying to set the Mets down in order for the 3rd consecutive inning. Next pitch, Swing and a miss. Terren's down on strikes. That's 4 strikeouts for Emerson Hancock in another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third, scoreless on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos, your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
I'll adopt a cat.
Just a cat, Sean? This is a New York lottery win we're talking about.
I'd get the ultra-rare, hairless cat known as the Minskin.
Then?
I'd turn my garage into a rescue menagerie for all furless felines.
And when that gets too full?
I'll purchase land in the Catskills for them to sunbathe in hairless abandon.
Only cats.
All hair-free animals looking to roam in bald, beautiful peace.
Can I come?
Do you have hair?
New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
In baseball, consistency is everything. With Red Pocket Mobile, premium 5G plans start at just $10 a month. And the rate stays locked in. So no sudden price changes, no surprises down the line.
Bottom of the third inning, scoreless game, Mets and Mariners. Mitch Garver leads off against Shaw Manaea, followed by Colt Emerson in the top of the order and J.P. Crawford. And Manaea's first pitch, fastball missed inside, 1 ball, no strikes. He's Keith Redd. I'm Pat McCarthy, coming to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth. Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. Manaea from the windup delivers inside for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Sean missed with a sweeper inside. And the count's 2-0 on Mitch Garver. Manaea working fast, delivers a fastball off the plate away, 3-0. Missed with a sinker at 93. Mitch Garver is starting for Seattle with Cal Raleigh on the injured list. 3-0. Called strike, it's 3-1. Cal Raleigh suffered an oblique injury a couple of weeks ago. Mariners don't have a timetable for him to be back yet, but he is back with the club after rehabbing in Arizona. Manaea from the windup delivers, swung on and missed. And the count's 3-2. But Cal, for the amazing season that he had last year, 60 home runs, if it wasn't for a guy named Aaron Judge, would have been the runaway American League MVP, was dreadful at the start of this season. I mean, Cal really struggled with an 0 for 38 at one point. 3-2 pitch is popped up out of play into the seats. And counts 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's what makes what Seattle's doing so impressive, is the fact that they're doing it without Cal Raleigh. Payoff. Foul off back to the screen. Still 3-2. I mean, not only is Cal one of the most prolific power hitters in the game, he's also a former Platinum Glove winner. Not just a Gold Glove winner, but one of the best defensive players in baseball. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. It's on its way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Blew a fastball by him at 93. Second strikeout for Manaea. And there's one away here in the third. And Colt Emerson next to the plate. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com, from official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. Visit MLB.com/Mets, the official source for your Mets gear. Here's Colt Emerson, left on left. First pitch. In for a strike. It's 0-1. 14th big league game for Colt Emerson, number 1 prospect in the Mariners system. Manaea from the windup delivers. Swung on and hit well. Deep to right field towards the corner. Benj on the run. Not going to get there. It is gone. A solo home run for Colt Emerson. His 3rd major league home run. He goes left on left, deep to right against Manaea. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead.
His first one against the lefty. And he ripped that bat through the zone up and in and turned on it. Low line drive screamer.
And the Mariners strike first in the bottom of the third with a 1-0 lead. And that flips the order for J.P. Crawford, who is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Minaya back on the rubber and the pitch. Sweeper catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Scoreboard update sponsored by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. Next pitch to Crawford, missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers beat Tampa Bay 10-9. Dingler, Carpenter, Green go back to back to back in the third. Minaya delivers. Fastball for a strike. It's 1-2. Tigers had leads of 6-0 and 8-2 before the Rays made it a close ball game. Tampa Bay's lost 6 of 8. 1-2 to Crawford. Rounded foul, third base side. And still 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Rays, had a 5.5 game lead in the American League East. It's now down to just 1 game over the Yankees. Minaya kicks home. Check swing on a sweeper down and away. Did not go on appeal. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on J.P. Crawford. Former first-round pick of Philadelphia. Acquired back in 2018. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking with a fastball on the outside corner. Second strikeout of the inning. Third on the night for Minaya. And 2 away. And here's Julio Rodriguez. Well, that velocity is what the Mets are looking for with Sean Minaya. Fastball at 93. I mean, what a difference it was from spring training to now for Sean Minaya in terms of velocity. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, in for a strike. It's 0-1. Sean, a couple of appearances ago, was sitting around 89 miles an hour. Next pitch to Rodriguez, missed inside. It's 1-1. We were talking that in spring training he was around 87 at times. Takes a deep breath from the third base side and rumbles home. Sweeper tapped out in front of home plate. Torrens picks it up with the bare hand, throws on the run to first in time for the out. And that sets down Julio Rodriguez for the final out in the third. But the Mariners get a run on a solo home run by Cole Emerson. We head to the 4th inning with Seattle ahead 1-0 on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go Mets!
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs, or the cool relatives still living in NYC? The city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker, too. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for sun, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
In baseball, matchups matter. And with Red Pocket Mobile, you get to make the call. Red Pocket Mobile gives you a choice of access on 3 major 5G networks, so you can choose the signal that works best wherever.
Top of the 4th inning in Seattle, Mariners with a 1-0 lead. Cole Emerson's got 9 up, 9 down to start the night. He'll face Carson Bench, Bichette, and Juan Soto. First pitch. inside for a ball. 1-0. That's how we start the fourth inning. Brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Benj fly to center field in his first trip to the plate. Swings to the next pitch and swats it foul and out of play. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Benj is hitting .320 over his last 26 games. He has been tremendous for the Mets in the month of May. 1-1, sharply hit to first. Knocked down by Naylor. Picks it up, flips it to first. Emerson covering at the bag for the out. And there's one away. That's 10 in a row. Set down to start the night for Emerson Hancock. Yeah, Bo Bichette's next. He's 0 for 1. He flied to center. Bo, a right-handed batter. Hancock, a right-hander, holds the ball behind his back, takes a deep breath, and drives home. Drops in a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Seattle reached the American League Championship Series a season ago, lost to the Blue Jays. Bo did not play in that series. He was hurt. The 0-1. Fouls off a breaking ball back to the screen. That's no balls and 2 strikes. Mariners were American League West champs for the first time since 2001, a season ago. The 0-2, way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lost to Toronto in Game 7 of the ALCS. George Springer, a 3-run home run in the 7th inning, put the Blue Jays ahead. One-two. Way outside and back to the backstop.
As good as that World Series was, that ALCS was a close second.
100%.
Every night was so exciting.
As Seattle was up 3-2, heading back to Toronto. Blue Jays had to win Game 6. They won that 6-2. Won Game 7, 4-3. Next pitch to Bichette. Swinging and a foul ball. Still 2-2. Bichette just got a piece of the fastball, deflected off Garver behind home plate. So it's still 2-2 on Bichette with Soto on deck. Hancock ready, deep breath, kicks home. Check swinging a ball down and away, appeal, and he went around, says Dan Iasonia. Yeah, Bichette down on strikes for the 5th strikeout of the night for Emerson Hancock. 2 away, Juan Soto next. Soto's 0 for 1, he flied to left. Soto home run counter brought to you by Apple Bank. Juan leads the Mets with 13 home runs this season. Banking with Apple Bank is a home run. Learn more at applebank.com. Hancock from the stretch drives home. First pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Told you Emerson Hancock played his college ball at Georgia. The Bulldogs just won their region. Headed to Supers.
How about the Johnnies?
I was going to say, shout out to St. John's. Winning down in Tallahassee. Next pitch, breaking ball missed low. It's 1-1. The regionals this year in college baseball have been wacky, to say the least. UCLA goes down. Georgia Tech goes down. 1-1. Breaking ball low. 2 balls and a strike. And it seems like Cal Poly, Little Rock, St. John's, Troy, all going to super regionals.
How many Cinderella stories can you have?
Seriously. 2-1. Inside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. And there's always that one team that makes a crazy run to Omaha. Whether that was Stony Brook a couple of seasons ago. There's just somebody gets hot. And then once you get to super regionals, anything can happen. Because that's a best of 3. I believe St. John's will take on Alabama down in Tuscaloosa. 2-2 to Soto. Breaking ball missed down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jared Young's on deck if the inning can continue. Mets in search of their first base runner against Hancock, who has set down 11 in a row to start the night. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing, a ground ball hit to first. Naylor has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Beats Soto for the final out. And that is 12 up and 12 down to start the night for Emerson Hancock. Mariners with a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go Mets!
Emu Health specializes in
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs or the cool relatives still living in NYC? The city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker, too. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Imagine a city feel at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the fourth. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
When you need help, you don't want to wait 9 innings. With Red Pocket Mobile, a real person answers in 2 minutes or less. By phone or chat. No long holds.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Mariners with a 1-0 lead. Josh Naylor leads off. Naylor, Rosarena, Raley, 3, 4, and 5 against Sean Manaea. Left on left, first pitch. Fastball missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Manaea's gone 2 innings so far. He's allowed 1 hit, 1 run. Delivers the next pitch, and it's hit towards first. Backhand pick by Young. Calls off Manaea, takes it to the bag himself. He beats Naylor to the bag for the first out. And Randy Arozarena next. Randy, the only batter that has not faced Manaea tonight. He was hit by a pitch against Austin Warren back in the second inning. Manaea working from the third base side of the rubber. From the windup, delivers. A fastball at the top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Pitch came in at 91 miles an hour, the high-speed pitch. Sponsored by Spectrum Fiber-powered internet, the most reliable internet you can count on. 1 fastball dots the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. That was the cutter from Sean Manaea, which is a pitch that the Mets are really happy with. 0-2 flies high and wide. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Sean, for the most part, has been a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball or a sinker and a sweeper. Next pitch to Arozarena. Missed with a sweeper away. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hasn't been able to figure out the changeup. I just feel like they need pitches to play off the sweeper for him to be so effective. Next pitch to Arozarena. Check swing on a breaking ball. Manaea wants an appeal, doesn't get it. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. But talking with some folks around the Mets organization, they say the cutter is one of the key pitches to getting that sweeper back on track. Payoff. Swing and a pop-up. On the infield third base side, Beatty calls everybody off and makes the catch. For the second out, 2 away. And Luke Raley next.
Well, that third pitch is helpful for this spot, which is now seeing this lineup second time through. Raley was the guy that Manaea started the game with in the second inning, and that's when you need to reach into your bag of tricks a little bit more. That's the separator for seeing a lineup multiple times.
Here's Luke Raley, first pitch. Sweeper swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Raley a strikeout victim when he faced Manaea back in the second. From the windup, a deep breath, Manaea kicks home. Swing and a miss. And the count's 0-2. That was the cutter at 84. And this is the big thing with Manaea, which people are really happy with, his tempo. He's already delivered. And it just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And talking with Sean, he feels like he's a lot more athletic on the mound, not as mechanical. The 1-2. So we had a soft ground ball, third base side. Beatty charges in, field, sidearms to first. In time, they got him. Really nice play by Brett Beatty for the final out in the 4th inning. And a 1-2-3, 4th inning for Sean Manaea. Mariners with a 1-0 lead as we go to the 5th on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go Mets!
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos, your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Visit StreetEasy.com to buy or rent in NYC. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York Lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for sun, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
In baseball, matchups matter.
5th inning in Seattle. Mariners with a 1-0 lead, and Keith, Mets just searching for a base runner against Emerson Hancock.
Yeah, I know this is the anniversary of the Nohan here, the Johan Santana no-hitter in 2012, but that's not supposed to happen tonight. Jared Young is leading off the 5th. First pitch from Hancock is a little bit low with a cutter. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, for Emerson Hancock, 5 strikeouts. No base runners have reached. Young, Ewing, Melendez, all lefties against Hancock in this 5th inning, sponsored by Elec 825, building our future. The 1-0. Breaking ball in for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Last time up for Young, probably one of the few, maybe Carson Bench, that made a good contact. Hit it right at the second baseman, Cole Young. 1-1. Taken low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And Young finds himself in that cleanup spot tonight, anchoring this lineup nicely. He's just had a good start. 10 for 33 to start. That's a .303 average. 2-1. Misses low, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Now, Hancock's pitch count has been very efficient. He's at 58 right now. Nods yes, working with Mitch Garver, the catcher. And the 3-1. Swinging a high fly ball, deep left center. Rodriguez back on the track. He's at the wall, and it's gone. Jared Young, stay hot. Solo home run to tie the game. It's the first Mets hit of the game, and it ties it up in the 5th. Jared Young hitting in the cleanup spot. Boy, what a find he has been. And in a season where a lot of guys are hurt offensively, Jared Young makes that one hurt. Just over Julio Rodriguez's head out to left center, 424 feet away. And there's the Let's Go Mets chant, followed by the Seattle boos. So here's A.J. Ewing. First pitch, shows bunt, pulls back and takes a strike, and it's 0-1. First Mets hit of the game brought to you by Hudson Honda, where bad credit is no problem. Get approved fast and hit the road. Visit HudsonHonda.com today. That was for all of you who say that we have something to do with saying no-hitter on the air. 0-1, it's in for a strike. And it's 0-2 on Ewing. Also, the first Mets run of the game, sponsored by Sloman's. Call or visit ac.slomans.com for the best pricing on Central AC. Jeremy Rehack, the umpire, waving his arms, trying to get Emerson Hancock's attention to say that Ewing called for time. So for Jared Young, his second home run, fourth RBI, and this is just his 17th game. Young not really a huge power hitter. 0-2. Missed inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Young did something to get David Stearns' attention a couple seasons ago. He went to Korea and hit a lot of home runs in Korea. 1-2. Wave and a miss. Got him with a high fastball at 96. So Hancock bounces back from the home run to strike out Ewing for the second time. MJ Melendez coming up. 1-1. Mets and Mariners top of the 5th. Young was a pretty good prospect for the Cubs. Came up, made his big league debut with them, played sparingly for a few seasons, and then bounced around AAA, and then spent 2024, 38 games in Korea, hit 10 home runs in a small sample, and got a lot of attention. Pitch to Melendez is fouled back, and the count 0-1. Mets brought him in last year, and he played a little bit last year. 23 games, hit 4 home runs. Again, this is only game 17, but this is a season where they actually need a guy like Jared Young. Last year he was a role player. 0-1. Missed up high with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. But a good example of just simply a good hitter. Well-rounded, can take walks. Just getting a shot. And his home run has tied it up. Melendez struck out his first time. The 1-1. Breaking ball pulled foul to the right. And it's 1-2. We are coming to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth. Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. For Hancock, just the 9th home run that he's given up in 12 starts, which is actually a lot. This Mariners team is so good on the mound. Their starting staff 6th in ERA. Their bullpen 3rd in ERA. Amazing. 1-2. The pitch to Melendez. Fastball in there. Got him looking outside corner at 96. Melendez moved his hands. There might have been a thought, was it a check swing or not? But Rehak pretty confident that pitch was in there, and it was for strike 3.
We got to talk to Jeremy Rehak about the strike 3 call.
Takes a second, doesn't it?
Takes a second.
We want a nice in rhythm, pop the glove, turn the shoulders. Let's all do the dance together. Here's Beatty, who also struck out. Hancock has struck out 7. Pitch misses low with a change. That's 1 ball and no strikes. Mets 1, Mariners 1. A pair of solo home runs. Colt Emerson, a 9-man for the Mariners against Minaya in the 3rd, and Jared Young here. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Another change up. And it's 1-1 on Beatty. Hancock is all business. Foot against the rubber. First base side. Sets and goes. Breaking ball missed away. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is his 4th big league season. The first 3 were not great. Actually has a lifetime ERA about 4.25. This year it is sub-3 by a lot. 2-1. That's tagged to center field. Rodriguez sprinting back now, starts to slow up in deep center. Stops, straightens and makes the catch to end the inning. Jared Young ties the game with a home run. Middle of 5 in Seattle, tied at 1 on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos. Your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food, The difference is key.
In baseball, consistency is everything. With Red Pocket Mobile, premium 5G plans start at just $10 a month. And the rate stays locked in. So no sudden price changes, no surprises down the line, just wireless that delivers a price guarantee month after month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless.
Tied at 1 as we start at the bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Minaya to the lefty. Cole Young is in for a strike with a sweeper. 0-1 on Young. Young, Ref Snyder, and Garver. Second time up against Minaya. 0-1. Missed away with a sweeper. Last 1 ball and 1 strike. Young walked his first time up, and then a couple pitches to the next batter. Rob Refsnyder hit a double play ball to get Sean out of that second inning. Here's the 1-1. Line to the shallow center. Ewing coming over toward right center. Dives! Makes the catch, and the hat pops off. A.J. Ewing, another Superman dive going from center to right center. Laying out, beige glove extended. Caught it. Pop almost face first into the grass. And he landed with his chin right on top of the hat. Game after game after game, we are seeing Benj and Ewing really look good defensively. And a play like that is exactly what Juan Soto was talking about yesterday. Pitch to Refsnyder, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Where Juan, as dad in this example, said the kids, Ewing and Benj, call each other psychopaths. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Because they just go all out for exactly what we just saw. Ewing yesterday crashed into the wall at Citi Field. We've seen Benj make great plays in right. The 1-1. Strike on the inside corner, 1 and 2. Of course, the catchiest of the catches from Benj is old Pulchritudinous in Anaheim. Was that the last trip out west? Was that the second trip?
Yes, last one.
The 1-2. This is up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But, I mean, this is they're acrobats out there.
Yeah.
Mets 1, Mariners 1. 1 out. The 2-2 to Refsnyder. Tag deep down the left field line. Fair or foul? It is a foul ball. 331 down the left field line. 326 down the right. That was down the left field line. A high arcing home run, or foul ball, I should say. Near home run for Refsnyder. They've got right inside the foul pole. It's a little area behind the fence. Above that is a line, old school line scoreboard. And above that is Edgar's. Of course, for Edgar Martinez. He'll hit a couple of home runs in Seattle. 2-2. Floated in the air behind first. Young drifting back onto the outfield grass. Makes the catch. Nice grab running sideways out there. And there are 2 away. Of course, if you look a little further, there's the bullpens. The Mets are first. And then you go closer towards center field. They have the Mariners. And then the retired numbers. Out to the left of the batter's eye. There's Edgar Martinez again, his number 11. Ken Griffey's number 24. Jackie Robinson, number 42. And 2 number 51s. Pitch to Garver with 2 outs. Low and in with a sweeper. 1 ball and no strikes. Ichiro Suzuki. He was retired last year. And then Randy Johnson was retired in May of this year. Pretty amazing. 4 retired numbers. The 1-0. Garver swats one deep left center field. Soto over, extends the arm to let Ewing know he's got it. Makes the one-hand catch. Side retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Minaya. Another great catch for A.J. Ewing. Moving right along in Seattle, tied at 1 to the 6th. On Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs? Or the cool relatives still living in NYC? The city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker, too. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for sun, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
In baseball, consistency is everything. With
Mets come to the plate as we go to the top of the sixth. They trim the lead on the Jared Young home run. It is Mets 1 and the Mariners 1. Mets trim the lead. Azek exteriors, Wood rots. Azek trim does not. For New York, Semien, Terrence, and bench. 8-9-1 against the stud. Emerson Hancock, 71 pitches. Like Minaya, has only made one mistake. Right on right. Semien popped out and foul ground his first time. Pitch. Missed low and away with a sinker. And that's 1 ball and no strikes. Scoreboard update brought to you by the New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Kansas City beat Cincinnati 9-2. 1-0. Misses away with a heater. 2 balls and no strikes. Blaine Thomas hit a grand slam in that one. And then Tristan Gray homered for Minnesota. A grand slam in that one to help the Twins beat the White Sox 9-6. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. And there's another one. You'll never believe it. Top of the fourth. I mean, you can kind of believe it. Top of the fourth inning in Anaheim. Angels up 5-2 on Colorado. Jose Siri with a grand slam. 2-1. Missed away to Semien. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Speaking of old friends, one that probably made a little bit more of an impact in his Mets career than Jose Siri, but Jacob deGrom won his 100th game.
Okay. Here's the 3-1. Flick foul off to the right and out of play. 3-2.
Talk about a career in which wins don't tell the whole story.
Thank you. Come on, preach, sister. What do you got?
The fact that Jacob deGrom just got to 100 wins is...
What does it tell you about wins? Does it really matter?
Well, it doesn't,
Sorry.
It tells part of the story, I guess.
3-2 on Semien. The pitch. Bounce foul outside of third, and it stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. So that win makes him 169 for his career. And if this was 1971, they'd go, okay, great. You still have another 20 years to go, but doesn't work that way anymore. 3-2. That is drilled deep to left field. Look out at Edgars. Home run, Marcus Semien. An absolute tattoo job over the line, scored deep to left. And the Mets on another home run tonight have a 2-1 lead over Seattle. Semien is white hot right now. Home runs in back-to-back games, and that was a no-doubter. 6th of the year. As Marcus told us and tells us every day, I'm trying to pull the ball in the air. And that is the kind of clip that Marcus will show himself and demonstrate. That's what that looks like.
That is his 31st career home run against Seattle.
Pitch to Terrence. In for a strike, 0-1.
390 feet, an absolute no-doubt tank to left. That is getting the bat head out.
There's the 0-1. Way outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's also good to see because, I mean, as Carlos says it politely as the manager, it's been hard for a guy like Marcus Semien, who is just having a very quiet year. Here's the 1-1 from Hancock. Terrence chops it foul behind home plate, and it's 1-2. But we're really starting to see Marcus heat up. He can play it all out. 6 for his last 12. 8 for his last 22. The power driving the ball. I mean, the Mets as a team are dead last in OPS. It's not just Semien has been quiet with the bat. It's been everybody, but he's waking up. 1-2. Terrence lifts one in the air, shallow center. Young drifts out. Rodriguez sprints in. Rodriguez makes the catch. bending to a half squat there in shallow center as Young peeled off at the end. And there's one away. 2-1 Mets, top of the sixth, top of the order coming up. And Carson Benz against Hancock. Looks like some walking around in that bullpen for the Mariners out there. Jose Ferrer, former National, is warming up. And where the Mets are, they've got, of course, lefty-righty Soto. Pitch. Benz takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And Carlos Mendoza knew this was coming with 2 lefties in that Mariners bullpen. And 5 in a row from Soto to Beatty in his lineup, all lefties. 1-0. Missed outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, it's 2 really good lefties out there as well with Spire and Ferrer.
Again, the Mariners bullpen, 3rd lowest earned run average in baseball. Mets, by the way, are 6th. Here's the 2-0. Bench takes a strike on the inner half with a 94-mile-an-hour sinker, and it's 2-1. Bench a line out to center and a ground out to first. Third baseman Colt Emerson playing in, but not all the way into the grass. 2-1. Bench lifts it foul off to the left and out of play. And it sails into the seats, 2-2. I'm beginning to tell you about those retired numbers out there. I mentioned Edgar Martinez. Edgar's, which is that little patio where Semien just hit that home run. Edgar's got number 11. Griffey's got number 24. And both Ichiro and Randy Johnson with number 51. And wouldn't you know it, like a scene out of the 21st century Field of Dreams. It felt like Field of Dreams today during Seattle's BP. 2-2. Benz chops it foul up the first base line. A couple of us were watching BP. Mariners were out there. Who was shagging flies today? But the special advisor to the chairman, Ichiro Suzuki, who just shows up to T-Mobile Park. I guess they've got a universal locker for him. And he's out there shagging. 2-2. Bench goes the other way, lines this one in the air, but it tails away and into the seats foul. 2-2 it stays on Bench.
Yeah, because Ichiro played out here for so long and played before the era where streaming games everywhere was available. And it's a shame that so many people didn't get to see his greatness every single night. I think we ran into that with Mike Trout at times when he was playing for the Angels because it was out west, playing late.
2-2 on Bench. Pitch. Bounce to the right side. Second baseman Young to his left. Fields the running flip in time to first to get Carson for the second out. Just watching Dan Wilson. He's not making any moves yet, of course, with the righty up. So Bichette will face Hancock. Soto, though, on deck. That's probably where Ferrer comes in. 2-1 Mets in the sixth.
But I can remember watching This Week at Baseball, watching highlights of Ichiro, and there's that textbook throw when he comes charging in right field, delivers a strike to third base. Not only was he one of the greatest hitters of our generation, but he had a cannon in right field.
Mitch Garver goes out to talk to Hancock. And the thing about Ichiro is, the funny thing with him shagging flies, he looks like he's in game shape now.
Totally.
Twig, skinny, but fit still. And so, yes, he would be a slap hitter, but he could drive the ball. And, of course, everybody talks about the legendary batting practices that he would have. What do they call that now? That's the live look-in. MLB has cameras at every stadium that they could see BP.
Ballpark cam.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Well, the cat would have been out of the bag there for Ichiro, who the legend, it's only legend that he would hit balls to the third deck here in Seattle in BP. Pitch to Bo. Breaking ball drops low and in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Mets ahead 2-1. They have hit 2 home runs. One from Jared Young, one from Marcus Semien. The Mariners have a home run. That is Colt Emerson, who will lead off the bottom of the sixth. 1-0 to Bichette. Hit hard the other way. Picked on one hop by Naylor. He scampers to first to beat Bichette for the out. Mets a run on the 1 home run. Have taken a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the sixth in Seattle coming up on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Hi, New York.
First, I take a sabbatical, then do absolutely nothing.
Glorious. But what? You'd win the New York lottery, then do nothing?
Well, I'd also commission a cutting-edge mobile bed, so I never stop doing nothing, even when I leave my house.
Okay, but how can you do even less?
Well, spend 6 months living with a Honduran Capuchin monkey troupe to learn how to pick things up with my feet, so I never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, you'll be a hit at dinner parties. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos. Your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
In baseball, matchups matter. And with Red Pocket Mobile, you get to make the call. Red Pocket Mobile gives you a choice of access on 3 major 5G networks, so you can choose the signal that works best wherever you go, whether you're at the ballpark, the city, or traveling across.
Mets 2, Mariners 1, bottom of the 6th. Sean Manaea's first pitch to Colt Emerson is a sinker outside for ball 1. Emerson's the guy that took Manaea deep on a hanging sweeper. That was in the 3rd to get the Mariners on the board. Pitch missed away. 2 balls and no strikes. For Manaea, he is at 56 pitches right now, having delivered these first 2 to Emerson, and the top of the order is coming up. Here's the next one. Grounded to 3rd. Right there, Beatty, who's playing in. Fields flips across in time. Young had to hold a toenail on the bag there. He had to move to his left and extend that foot back, but he held the bag for the first out. Manaea has topped out at 70 pitches or crossed right over that 70 pitch mark a couple of times. 74 is his season high, but that was on April 2nd in San Francisco. That was the first of 4 West Coast trips. Pitch to J.P. Crawford is in. Sinker for a strike. 0-1. Remember, Austin Warren was the opener. Faced the first 4 batters. 0-1. Crawford tries to bunt, but redirects it foul to the backstop. And it is 0-2. Speaking of Ichiro, he tried to kind of run up and pull that thing up the first baseline.
Yeah.
A little drag.
You know, when Ichiro's walking around the field pregame, JP was out there early hitting. He'd probably pick up a thing or 2.
Beatty playing back now. 0-2. Crawford swings and pops it up foul back and out of play. Stays 0-2 on JP with J-Rod on deck. Mets have Oscar Brazoban throwing. Where the bullpen mound is, you have Brazoban, then a wall, then the Mariners bullpen. That's where Ferrer is throwing the other way. Manaea's 0-2. Strike 3 called top of the zone. Crawford can't believe it. Well, you can challenge JP. I mean, I'm with you. That was maybe a little bit high, but he didn't want to challenge at all. So it is strike 3.
It's a strike, first of all. But, you know, the Mariners dugout's barking saying that pitch is outside. Well, do something about it.
By the way, I mentioned this yesterday. We get StatCast on our computers here. Here is Rodriguez, 2-1 Mets in the 6th. First pitch, he swings and lifts it in the air to right. Semien backpedaling, Bench coming in, calls and catches. And just like that, the 6th inning is over. That means we're going to the 7th inning. It is 2-1 Mets, the lead over Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Hi, I'm John.
There's never been a better time to get outside and experience the benefits of nature. Discover nearby trails and explore the outdoors with All Trails. Download the free app today and find your outside.
At DSW, we ask the important questions, like, what shoes are you going to wear? Whether you're prepping for wedding season, festival season, or just planning the ultimate vacay, the right shoes can make or break an RSVP. So own the moment. You've got big plans, and we've got just the shoes, at the perfect price, of course. Get ready to get ready with Designer Shoe Warehouse. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today, and let us surprise you.
First, I take a sabbatical, then do absolutely nothing.
Glorious. But what? You'd win the New York lottery, then do nothing?
Well, I'd also commission a cutting-edge mobile bed, so I never stop doing nothing, even when I leave my house.
Okay, but how can you do even less?
Well, I'll spend 6 months living with a Honduran Capuchin monkey troupe to learn how to pick things up with my feet, so I never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, you'll be a hit at dinner parties. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos. Your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed...
The pace of the game is brought to you by Optimum, famously fast fiber internet. Well, we started at 6:40 in Seattle. It is 8:06. It is the top of the 7th, and it is 2-1 Mets, Pat.
Yeah, we're lucky just to get any of these reads in. Emerson Hancock's night is done. He was really good, but he gave up 2 solo home runs, and that's the difference right now. The Mets have a 2-1 lead. Juan Soto leads off against the left-hander Jose A. Ferrer. First pitch. Missed wide, 1 ball, no strikes. Soto, Young, and then Ewing. For the Mets in the 7th inning, ahead 2-1. Brooks Raley is up in the Mets bullpen. Looks like Sean Manaea's night is done. Ferrer's next pitch. Fastball off the plate, but a challenge by Mitch Garver. Right now it's 2 balls and no strikes. And the call is overturned. It's 1-1.
Jeremy Rehak is trying to work the microphone, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Well, we're used to having pitch comm issues, but now we're having microphone issues. Technology, man. Ferrer kicks home. Fouled off. Into the 3rd deck. Just over 2 hours left, and the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ferrer, 28 appearances in his first season with Seattle, 3 seasons with Washington. It was a big-time move this offseason for Seattle on a trade to acquire the 26-year-old. Mariners sent their top catching prospect, Harry Ford, to Washington in the deal, along with Isaac Lyon. Ball and 2 strikes on Soto, who's 0 for 2. Ferrer ready from the belt, kicks home. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I always like Ferrer. It's just hard to find lefties that throw as hard as he does. Specialists. Sometimes doesn't know where it's going, but throws very hard.
Fastball tops out of 100 miles an hour. 2-2. Swing, a sharp ground ball hit towards first. Big hop on the backhand by Naylor. Takes it to the bag to beat Soto for the out. 1 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Odyssey Mets Radio on WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
He's Keith Ratt. I'm Pat McCarthy from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. Mets with a 2-1 lead with 1 out in the 7th inning. And Carlos Mendoza sticks with Jared Young in a left-on-left. First pitch fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Jared Young is not in our 5th batter spotlight. That would be A.J. Ewing, who's on deck. Timeout called by Young. 5th batter spotlight brought to you by Key Food. Look for all your favorite products at your local Key Food. Key Food and their family of supermarkets.
Young just 0 for 3 against lefties this year.
The 0-1. Check swing, but he went around. It's 0-2. Jared has a home run tonight. He's also lined out sharply to second. Well, it speaks to the trust that Carlos Mendoza has in Jared Young. Leave him up there in a left-on-left, the 0-2. Fouled off, safety swing, punches it over the netting down the left field line. It's still no balls and 2 strikes.
And I think, too, because, they have 2 lefties out there. If this is a one and done and you might need a big swing later, I think the fact that you want to keep Young's bat in there, and it also helps that you're up by a run.
The 0-2, waved at and missed. And Young down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. A.J. Ewing next to the plate. M.J. Melendez out on deck. So this is a run of a lot of lefties for Carlos Mendoza. Soto, Young, Ewing, Melendez, Beatty. Carlos has 3 right-handed batters on his bench and Vidal Brujan. A timeout called by A.J. Ewing before the first pitch. Ewing's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. Get to Citi Field when the Mets take on the St. Louis Cardinals, Tuesday, June 9th through Thursday, June 11th. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a soft tapper foul. First base side, and the count's 1-1. Now, the other thing with leaving Jared Young in this game is if in a tight one-run game, if you feel like Jared is your best glove over at first, you'll leave him in rather than putting Vientos in at first. Next pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 1-2. It's hard to imagine a situation where if Ewing gets on here, that Melendez would hit. Bizzardo is up in the Mariners bullpen. We could see both managers make a move. 1-2, swung on, hit on one hop to shortstop. Gobbled up by Crawford. Throws to first for the out. And the Mets go 1-2-3 in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Stretch time in Seattle. Mets with a 2-1 lead on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs? Or the cool relatives still living in NYC, the city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker too. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
In baseball, consistency is everything. With Red Pocket Mobile, premium 5G plans start at just $10 a month. And the rate stays locked in. So no sudden price changes, no surprises down the line, just wireless that delivers a price guarantee month after month. Visit
Bottom of the 7th inning in Seattle, and that's with a 2-1 lead. Sean Manaea's night is done. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And the Mets have their bullpen set up exactly where they want it, with Brooks Raley set to toss the 7th. They'll face Josh Naylor in the first pitch. Outside for a ball as the train comes storming by and rumbling through the station. 1-0. Popped up foul and out of play. The count's 1-1.
Right out past center field is where you'll see the tracks. There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Yeah, the Port of Seattle's not too far away.
Reminds me of driving through up the BQE in Red Hook, Brooklyn, where you see all those big cranes on the water.
1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm familiar with the route very well.
Certainly sometimes a lot of time to get a look at those.
Yep. A lot of stopping and watching. 2-1 to Naylor. Off the plate away. 3 balls, 1 strike. It is Naylor, Arozarena, Raley, and then Young for Seattle. Mariners have just 1 hit so far tonight. That's the home run. 3-1. Swung on a rocketed foul over the head of Eric Young, the first base coach. And it's 3-2. That was a missile off the bat of Josh Naylor. Naylor hitting .253, 5 homers, 25 RBIs this season. First full season with Seattle. (3-2) Swung on, hit well. Deep to right field. Bench going back at the wall. Gone. A game-tying solo home run for Josh Naylor. And we are tied at 2 in the 7th inning. It is Naylor's 9th career home run against the Mets. And he ties the game up.
Well, remember, Brooks Raley hadn't given up a home run since Carson Kelly in Chicago, and that was the first home run he'd given up in years. This is the first home run that Raley has allowed to a lefty since 2023.
Here's Randy Arozarena. First pitch grounded sharply foul. Third base side, it's 0-1. One thing that we knew about Seattle, there would be a lot of home runs hit. It's a brand new ball game, tied at 2. Raley's 0-1. Cutter on the inside corner for a strike. 0-2 on Arozarena. Patrick Wisdom is in the on-deck circle to hit. 0-2 pitch, swung on, serve towards the gap in right center field. Bench moving over, reaches out, makes the catch. That is a big first out in the 7th inning. And instead of Luke Raley, it is Patrick Wisdom. And he'll pinch hit with 1 out in the 7th inning. Out-of-town scores brought to you by Food Bazaar. Shop local, eat global. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead on Arizona. Bottom of the 6th inning. Shohei Ohtani, double, and a run scored. Emmett Sheehan, 5 1/3, just 1 hit allowed. Luis Torrens out to the mound to chat with Brooks Raley. Here's Patrick Wisdom, 34-year-old. Began the season in AAA with Tacoma. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Good sweeper down and in. It's 0-1. Patrick Wisdom has a lot of power. He just hasn't harnessed it in a couple of years. But he had 3 straight 20 home run seasons with the Cubs. Raley flutters the glove from the windup, drives home. Cutter on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-2.
Things didn't work out with the Cubs. He went to Korea last year, hit 35 home runs, and everybody said, come on back. Come on.
Hit 35, drove in 85. The 0-2. It's down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He signed a minor league deal with Seattle this offseason. One-two pitch. Fouled off, back to the screen. And it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Missed about 3 weeks with an oblique strain. And now he bats in the 7th inning with the game tied at 2. Raley shakes off Torrens, now has his sign. Takes a deep breath and kicks home. Just missed low, but a challenge by Torrens. And it was a strike. Call is overturned. Wisdom goes down looking. 2nd out. Well, we thought that they recharged Jeremy Rehack's battery pack, but still having some communication issues.
There's a lady that ran out there between innings and tried to hook him up again, and she's over there shaking her head.
Here's Cole Young. Bats with 2 outs. Left-handed batter, first pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the New York Mets and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Mets. 1-0 pitch, cutter away. 2 balls, no strikes. Rob Ruffsnyder on deck. If the inning continues for Seattle, a run is home in a 2-2 game in the Josh Naylor game-tying home run. Raley delivers. At the knees for a strike, it's 2-1. There have been 4 hits in this game. All 4 have been solo home runs. Jared Young and Marcus Semien for the Mets. Cole Emerson, Josh Naylor for Seattle. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And the count's 2-2. Neither starting pitcher will factor in this game. Raley trying to limit the damage here in the 7th. Pitch. Swung on, broken bat flare, shallow right and down, a base hit.
First non-home run hit right there.
And that looks like it's going to be it for Brooks Raley. Carlos Mendoza has signaled to the bullpen. Raley's night is done. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by the New York Lottery. Play today and start imagining your win.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Question. What's better than one U.S. News and World Report ranking? 46 of them. That's what we just achieved. RWJ Barnabas Health, New Jersey's academic healthcare system, stands out nationally for quality and excellence. Thanks to the dedication and skill of our providers, working for the communities we care for and care deeply about. Learn more at rwjbh.org/US News.
Your home is always evolving, and when it's time for the next step, Riverhead Building Supply is here. We partner with Andersen to bring you windows that combine timeless design and lasting performance. From selection to installation, our team makes it easy to create the space you've imagined. Ready for what's next? Visit rpscorp.com or your local Riverhead Building Supply today.
New pitcher for the Mets, right-hander Luke Weaver. And he replaces Brooks Raley, who is responsible for the runner at first base. Dan Wilson counters with Dominic Canzone. So rather than Rob Ruffsnyder facing Luke Weaver, it'll be Canzone. Weaver coming off a terrific month of May. 12 2/3, 9 hits allowed, no runs, 16 strikeouts. Last pitch on the 29th against Miami. That was a scoreless inning. But now he is tasked with keeping this game tied and facing a very dangerous Dominic Canzone.
Home runs in 3 of his last 4. One of the hottest bats right now in that Mariner dugout.
250 hitter, 7 homer, 23 RBIs. Go ahead run is at first. Weaver sets. And the first pitch. High. 1 ball, no strikes. Canzone, the 28-year-old out of Cleveland, played his college ball at Ohio State. A left-handed batter. Young's off first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Counts 1-1. Canzone acquired a couple of seasons ago from Arizona. He is really starting to break out. Weaver's 1-1. Hit foul and out of play. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dominic Canzone, who was a member of Team Italy during the World Baseball Classic this season. Primarily, he's been a DH for Seattle this year. He's played a handful of games in right field. A ball and 2 strikes. Weaver, a deep breath, kicks home. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners acquired Canzone at the deadline in 23 in the deal that sent Paul Sewald to Arizona. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, toss to first. Young back with a dive. Carlos Mendoza does have the stop sign up just to give Kai Correa an opportunity to run to the phone. Mets won't challenge. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2-2 game, bottom 7. First of 3 here in Seattle. Weaver ready. From the belt. A long hold, the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, slicing away from Soto and left, underneath it. Makes the catch in foul territory. For the final out, Luke Weaver inherits a base runner, strands him at first. We are tied after a Josh Naylor solo home run, going to the 8th on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets! First, I take a sabbatical, then do absolutely nothing.
Glorious. But what? You'd win the New York lottery, then do nothing?
Well, I'd also commission a cutting-edge mobile bed, so I never stop doing nothing, even when I leave my house.
Okay, but how can you do even less?
Well, spend 6 months living with a Honduran capuchin monkey troupe to learn how to pick things up with my feet, so I never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, you'll be a hit at dinner parties. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
Here's the thing. Want to be the grandparents who bolted to the burbs? Or the cool relatives still living in NYC? The city that people come to be at the center of everything. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy has the tools, agents, and guidance to make you a forever New Yorker too. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
A couple of changes for Seattle here in the 8th inning. New pitcher is Matt Brash. Patrick Wisdom remains in the game. He's at first base. And Victor Robles is the new right fielder for Seattle, so Josh Naylor is out of the game. And in a 2-2 game, the Mets will send MJ Melendez to lead things off. Keith?
Yeah, so you got the righty on the mound here. Remember, there was a lefty, Jose Ferrer. Carlos Mendoza stayed with some of those lefties to just withstand that 7th inning, because now Ferrer is out and those lefties are still in the game, and you have a righty up. It should help the platoon. So tied at 2. First pitch of the 8th. Melendez goes after it, fouls it back. There was a slider there from Brash, and the count 0-1. Matt Brash pitching to an ERA that starts with a 0, 0.64. Get used to it. A lot of guys in that Mariners bullpen are really good. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went after a slider again. And it is 0-2. So this is a home run party tonight. 4 runs, 4 solo home runs, 2 on each side. Melendez takes his time. MJ tonight, couple of strikeouts, but he's behind 0-2 here. Pitch. Missed low, breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, MJ on the homestand had one of the best hits he's ever had as a major leaguer, his first ever walk-off. That was Friday night against Pete Fairbanks and the Miami Marlins. Brash ready. The 1-2. Missed outside. It got up to 96. That's 2 balls and 2 strikes as we come to you live from the Bigelow Tea broadcast booth. Bigelow Tea, grab a mug and tea proudly. The sun is still out, by the way. It is 8:30 in Seattle. 2-2. Hit him. That grazed Melendez's leg with a slider, and he's on base. First time MJ is on base tonight, and the Mets will gladly take it. Remember, the Mets have 2. Oh, there you go, Pat. Top right there. Upper deck. Tarp Soft Boys, they're out tonight.
Oh, good.
In that hazy sunlight from the sun setting, right below the retractable roof that is out there.
No, that's a good spot for them.
You can hear them yelling and screaming out there. Felt like Leonardo DiCaprio in that meme. Oh, there they are. Here's Beatty. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
You think it's one of those situations where just one person or a group starts, and then folks just congregate? I don't think they all know each other.
That'd be amazing if they all knew each other. 0-1. Beatty swings late at a changeup, and it is 0-2.
I just love things that bring people together.
And it's harmless, fun. They could be out running the streets, getting into God knows what. I mean, it's okay. It's fine.
Youths.
Timeout taken by Beatty. The two Utes. Apple Bank, where saving meets amazing. Apple Bank is a proud partner of the New York Mets. Visit applebank.com to learn more. Both the Mets' hits are the 2 home runs. Seattle does have 1 regular old single to go with their 2 home runs. 5 total hits in the game. Melendez off first. 0-2. Beatty chops one to the right side. Young charges, fields, tags Melendez, and throws to first for the out. Melendez ran right into the tag. Now, hold on. Tim Leeper is telling MJ Melendez to stay at second. And here comes Adam Beck, the second base umpire. This could be maybe an interference issue here with, it looks like it's a bang-bang play with the fielder stepping into the baseline to get the ball in one fell swoop. Melendez hits the fielder, and they're going to call Melendez out. They're going to call it a double play, and truly, that's what it was. And here comes Carlos Mendoza, maybe just to get an explanation. But Melendez ran right into the tag. And by the way, if he didn't run into the infielder, he would have run right into the ball, which almost hit him too. I mean, there are not many options that you can have there, but handing a double play ball is not exactly one of the ones that you want. So not even an argument. The conversation in front of the mound is over. And the back end of that play, the first baseman, Patrick Wisdom, his feet were away from the bag a little bit, but then he stepped on the bag in plenty of time before Beatty did. So a double play ball, 2 outs, bases are wiped clean. And Marcus Semien coming up. Mets 2, Mariners 2, top of the 8th. Semien cracked the solo home run his last time. That was to left field. Wisdom way off the bag at first. Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. It's growing now, Pat.
It's growing. There's just more people, like 4 or 5 at a time, just building in that section.
0-1. Semien pops it foul to the right and out of play. And again, the way that Pat told you that the sun doesn't set here for a while, they are in the perfect spot for the only strip, really, of orangey glow sunset sunshine up there. So everybody looks like they have a nice tan. 0-2. Missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We did see them try to do this, not them, but other ne'er-do-wells down in Miami in the upper deck, and security very quickly told them to scram. Well, here, you can see people going up the stairs to join them.
And that section's been empty the entire night.
2-2 game, 8th inning. 2 outs, 1-2. Semien strikes out swinging, half-hearted hack at a slider, and the inning is over. Mets get the leadoff man on, double play, strikeout, and it's over. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2 in Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Want to stay?
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
Off we go to the bottom of the 8th inning at T-Mobile Park. And again, I know it's late, but sun is setting here in Seattle. It is 8:36. Mets and Mariners tied at 2. Mitch Garver leading off against Luke Weaver, who's out there to face at least 2 batters. And the first one to Garver. Broken bat, shot in the air to left. Soto trots over toward the left field line, makes the catch, and there's one away. We'll pause 10 seconds. Station ID.
This is Odyssey Mets Radio on WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
At T-Mobile Park in Seattle, he's Pat McCarthy. My name is Keith Radd. Bottom of the 8th. Cole Emerson, who has a solo home run tonight. Remember, all 4 runs in the game are on solo home runs, 2 from each side. Emerson had the first one in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's the 9-hole hitter. Weaver winds and fires. Swing and a miss. Change up. That's 0-1. Injury report brought to you by the Rothenberg Law Firm. If you're injured in an accident, the game plan is simple. Just go to injurylawyer.com. Tomorrow, both Kodai Senga and Jorge Polanco will play for AAA Syracuse. 0-1. Fastball misses off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now for Senga, he's going to be at a spot where he's at 85 pitches, and Carlos Mendoza said, yes, the first few rehabs were to just physically get right, but he has to pitch well tomorrow. He can't just pitch. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Emerson flailing over top of that fading changeup, and it's 1-2. And with Clay Holmes out and injuries all over the place, Peterson and Minaya have still kind of been in this spot. Good outing tonight by Minaya. Mets going to need Senga. 1-2. Misses outside fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then Jorge Polanco, of course, comes to mind because he's getting closer and closer. And this is the team where he was for the last couple of seasons. They had huge moments for them in the playoffs last year. 1 out. The 2-2 to Emerson. Swing and a miss. Just buzzed it by at 96. And Weaver has his first strikeout. Andres Munoz is warming up. He's the Seattle closer. And he is, of course, looking for the save. But even if the Mariners do not score here, we will certainly see Munoz for the 9th. The Mets will have Torrens and then the top with Benj and Bichette. There's Crawford with 2 outs. 2-2 game in the 8th. Pitch to JP. Misses outside, ball 1. The Tarps Off crew now has, I think, taken up almost the whole upper deck section.
It's like 85% filled.
It's grown substantially out there. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Crawford is a little nubber in front of home plate, and it rolls foul just around Crawford's toes. Standing in the batter's box, lefty batter's box, first base side. And it is 1-1. Crawford 0 for 3. Remember, he's on a 7-game hitting streak. Hitting .220 for the year, but really caught fire this past week plus. Mariners have won 6 straight. Mets have won 4 straight. And so we go here in the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. 2 outs. Beatty in at 3rd. The windup and the pitch. Missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mets bullpen is quiet. But you'd imagine that Devin Williams is part of the plan at some point, depending on what happens. Infield back around to the right. Again, Beatty in at 3rd. And the 2-1 from Weaver. Line to shallow center. Ewan coming on. Dives forward. Makes another catch to end the inning. This one was a little more ho-hum on a dive straight in toward the infield. But behind him, both Soto and Benj pumping their fists as they chase him into that third base dugout. Nice grab by Ewing. Second one tonight. Tied at 2 going to the ninth in Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go Mets!
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit a homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. Can you imagine?
The pitch.
It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the fourth. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com today.
We go to the top of the ninth inning at T-Mobile Park, opener of this 3-game set. Two really good teams, or at least two teams playing really well right now, getting together. Mariners have won 6 in a row. Mets have won 4 in a row, and been a good game. So we go to the ninth, tied at 2. Andres Munoz, their closer, comes on. Right now tied for 7th in the American League with 9 saves. And he will see Torrens and then the top with Benj and Bichette. They've had 4 solo home runs tonight. Torrens sinks low in that stance, the righty batter's box, waggles the bat in the first pitch, jumps off the plate, takes inside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. For Luis, a strikeout and a flyout. Munoz, the third reliever. Here's the 1-0. Bends in for a strike slider. And it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Munoz, an all-star last year. Here's the 1-1. Missed low. That was 98, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, the Mets just looking for a base runner here. They do have Devin Williams warming up. The Mariners will have 2, 3, and 4. They've got the scary hitters. Rodriguez, Robles, and Arozarena. Next pitch misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, these two guys know each other really well. They were in the original trade from San Diego together back in 2020.
Torrens in 21, 15 home runs, his best power season ever here as a Mariner. 3-1. Bouncing ball hit to second. Here comes Young to charge, reaches down to pick it up, turns and throws to first to get Torrens, and there's 1 away. So now the top of the order, Benj and then Bichette against Munoz. Both starters, quote-unquote starters, were good. Emerson Hancock, 2 runs allowed. Both those runs were hits, so just 2 hits over 6 innings. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 7. And even though he had an opener, we'll consider Manaea the starter. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. Pitch to Benj, dots the inside corner at 100, and it is 0-1 on Benj. Tied at 2, top of the ninth. Scoreboard in center, left center, and the ribbon boards telling everybody here to get loud. Munoz deals. Missed low with the off speed. That was a changeup, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Munoz been a very high leverage reliever for a lot of years. Lifetime 2.63 ERA. 2-2, wave and a miss over a slider, and it's 1-2. He's kind of the guy after Edwin Diaz left. Of course, Edwin was unbelievable when he was here in Seattle. Munoz deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Spun him around with a slider in. 2 outs in the ninth, tied at 2, and Bo Bichette coming up.
That was wicked. Oh, my goodness.
I think the ball ended up behind Benj's back hip. That was a filthy frisbee from Munoz. And not a save situation here. We'll just need your best guy out there, and he is. Pitch to Bichette. Swing and a miss. Slider. And it's 0-1. These are tough games to play on the road because simply the other team hits last. And it's going to be one big swing. It's already been couple big swings to get here. Munoz deals the 0-1. Misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Mets trying to score, of course, here. If they don't survive the bottom of the ninth and go to a place where they've been more than anybody in baseball, that is extra innings. Emerson guarding the line at third. The 1-1. Bounce towards short. Crawford in and to his left. Feels the high hop. Slings across in time to end the inning. Munoz cuts through the Mets 1-2-3. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Tied at 2 in Seattle on Odyssey Mets Radio. Powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. And you imagine the pitch?
It's gone!
With the New York Lottery's Swing for the Fences promotion, you can win $15,000 when the Mets hit a home run in the bottom of the 4th. Enter with New York Lottery Plus today, and you also get a chance at a grand prize of $40,000. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, baseball fans, it's game time. Gear up for the season with Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Your one-stop shop for all your game day essentials. Whether you're grilling up hot dogs or snacking on peanuts and popcorn, Key Food has you covered with a selection that never strikes out. Plus, as proud sponsors of Odyssey Mets Radio, Key Food and their family of supermarkets brings every thrilling moment straight to you. Key Food. The difference is key.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
We go to the last of the ninth, tied at 2 in Seattle. First of 3. In a game that has been well pitched, really well paced. We've seen 4 home runs. The home runs on the Mets side, Jared Young, home run in the 5th, solo shot to tie it up. Marcus Semien gave the Mets the lead in the 6th, 2-1 with a solo home run. The Mariners tied the game in the bottom of the 7th when Josh Naylor took Brooks Raley deep, and they started the scoring with Cole Emerson's home run in the 3rd. So that, the story of the game, takes us to the bottom of the 9th. Devin Williams facing Julio Rodriguez. First pitch. Swing and a miss over the air bending changeup. Strike 1. Tonight's attendance brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Arrow Energy. Sip the fruity candied color Chaos. 23,037. The 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. And I'd say 137 of them have their shirts off in right field. Rodriguez 0 for 3. Williams deals the 0-2. As tap foul, third base side. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. Now, the guy who hit the game-tying home run, Josh Naylor, is not in the lineup anymore. They took him out. And so Victor Robles, the former National, who has found a second late career win out here in Seattle, is on deck. And then Arosa Reyna to follow. Infield back around to the left, playing the righty to pull. Pitch. Foul back to the screen. It's right on 93, and it's 0-2. Now time to deliver the scores with a scoreboard update from Amazon Hub Delivery. Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Miami beat Washington 7-3. They scored 3 in the 6th against Richard Lovelady to take the lead. 0-2 on Rodriguez. Pitch. Grounded foul. It stays 0-2. The Mets technically are ahead of the Marlins in the standings at the start of play today. Mets 4th place, Marlins 5th place, but that could switch. But Mets are not really looking at the standings like that intently. They just simply need to add a dub every day. 0-2, the battle continues. Pitch to J-Rod. Hit hard, foul outside of third. Beatty was right there by the line and watched it go foul. In Arizona, bottom of the 8th, the Diamondbacks ahead 2-1 over the Dodgers. Nolan Arenado go-ahead home run in the 7th. Diamondbacks were here, and they got swept. And Seattle has won 6 straight. Longest active winning streak in baseball. Tied at 2 in the 9th. The 0-2. Up high, missed with a fastball. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now you get to the point where Rodriguez has seen a lot of pitches in this at-bat. For Devin Williams, 12 of his last 13 have been scoreless. Outfield toward right center. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him with some high heat. 94 miles an hour. 1 away in the 9th. And Devin's job here is to take this thing to the 10th inning. If the Mets can get to the 10th, they've got Soto, Young, and Ewing up. It's right in that 3-4-5. Now here is Victor Robles, first at bat of the game. He came on as a defensive replacement to play right field. The longtime national. Beatty in at third. Right on right, first pitch. Strike at the knees, and Robles taps his helmet. So first pitch he sees tonight, he didn't like the call. So let's see. And it was very low. Wow. Really low. Inches. 2.1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Robles, who's hitting .320, which is just 8 for 25 in 12 games. The 1-0. Missed inside, ball 2. As Robles spent 8 seasons with Washington. This is his 3rd with Seattle. Keeps his hands really low, right over the plate, too. Right off his belt. 2-0. Way outside, ball 3. Randy Arozarena on deck. Would Robles be green lighted here? Hard to think. Tied at 2, 9th inning, 1 out. The 3-0, he stakes all the way and takes a strike. As Williams cocked his arm back, Victor just stood tall out of his crouch and then held his hands by his belly. Williams comes set again. Robles is certainly a hitter now on 3-1. Here comes. Swing and a miss. Wanted the heater, got the changeup, and it's full. Mentioned Devin with a lot of good scoreless appearances. ERA down to 5.68. The deep breath and the payoff. Bounce toward third. Beatty in. Picks the short hop. Throws to first in time for the out. What a play by Brett Beatty on an in-between hop. One that you have to commit to. Either come in and charge or play back. He came in, scooped the glove, and made a nice running throw to first.
Yeah, it's a really nice play by Beatty. And you said it, he had to make a decision, right? Play back, charge in. With Robles running, though, he really had no choice. He had to charge and get the in-between hop. Otherwise, if he waits back on it, Robles probably beats it out.
2 outs, 9th inning, tied at 2. Here's Arozarena. Pitch to Randy. Missed inside with a changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. And a challenge coming up. This comes from Torrens here. Jeremy just stopped with the microphone. It's not working. And pitches inside. So the Mets lose the challenge. They do have 1 left. Now, when you go to extras, you get a challenge back if you don't have any. So really no harm there. Beatty guarding the line at third again against the right-hand hitter. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. High fastball. And it's 1-1. And for Devin Williams, he has 2 pitches. Fastball and changeup. And so it is Russian roulette as a hitter. You've got to guess right. And Arozarena looked like he guessed right on that high fastball. Just missed it. Devin holds his set high. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Changeup, and it's 1-2. There is somebody throwing in that Mariners bullpen. I believe that is Gabe Spire, lefty. Williams trying to get this thing into the 10th. Tied at 2, bases clear, 9th inning, 2 outs, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and we will go to the 10th inning. Sun still out in Seattle for this night game. But the sun not down on this one yet. We go to the 10th. Tied at 2 on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Emu Health specializes in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia. From a dedicated dental clinic to a full multi-specialty medical center, Emu Health supports families and special needs patients, accepting all major insurance plans, including most Medicaid plans. For the best in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia, family medicine, sports medicine, orthopedic, surgery, and women's health, visit the official pediatric dental partner of New York Mets Radio, emuhealth.com. Emu Health. Move forward.
Does your credit have you stressed about buying a car? Is the thought of getting denied for an auto loan overwhelming? The team at Hudson Honda in West New York, New Jersey understands and wants you to know there is a solution. Not only is the goal at Hudson Honda 100% credit approval, but they work with customers in all types of credit situations, which enables them to help get people just like you approved. Call 201-620-2602 today. That's 201-620-2602. Let Hudson Honda get you the credit you deserve.
A hotel might have a bar, a resort, a spa, but if you want it all, dining, gaming, pools, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
We go to the 10th inning, and for the 12th time this year, the Mets go into extra innings, tied at 2 with Seattle. The Mets are 7-4, though, in extra innings. Seattle is 3-4. And so Gabe Spire, the lefty, comes on. Bo Bichette, the runner at second base. But the Mets have the guy they want at first base. Will they pitch to him? And Juan Soto.
Well, that's the question, right? Do you face Soto in these situations? We saw the Marlins pitch to Soto the other day. That led to the MJ Melendez home run. Have to think in the top of the 10th, you'd pitch to Soto, even with the open base. Mets have a lot of lefties lined up to face the lefty Gabe Spire. Bo Bichette, the placed runner at second base, and the first pitch. Soto takes on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Spire's 0-2 with a 2.63 ERA and 17 appearances, giving up 14 hits over 13 2/3 innings pitched. Second lefty used by Dan Wilson tonight. The 0-1. Off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Mets have Soto, Young, Ewing, Melendez, Beatty, all lefties, due up against Spire. Mark Vientos does have a bat in the third base dugout. The 1-1. Hit foul and out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball by Spire. Spire, who was activated off the injured list just a couple of days ago. 1-2. Off the plate away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Soto is choked up here with 2 strikes. If anything, hit a ball hard to the right side to get Bichette over to the third.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 2-2 game in the 10th inning. Spire sets, checks on Bichette, and delivers. Check swing and a caught. Strike 3. Soto challenges. This is a huge challenge by Soto. And it was a ball.
Wow. By a lot as well. It's good that the Mets had a challenge left. 1.7 inches.
So a massive win for Soto. Counts now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mark Vientos is out in the on-deck circle to hit for Jared Young. Spire sets at a timeout call by Soto. Soto tonight is 0 for 3, but he has hit a couple of rockets to first base. One was at 107, one was at 103. That's what take a ball to the right side here. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Spire got him with a breaking ball. And he wins the battle with Soto for the strikeout. There's one away. And Mark Vientos sent up the pinch hit for Jared Young.
It's just a tough one there. Soto taking a very slow walk back to the dugout. And Juan, again, when he chokes up with 2 strikes, he knows that I'd like to do damage, but I'd like to at least move the runner over. He has the situational awareness to know to do at least that. He's just upset with himself that he couldn't do it there.
So now it's up to Vientos with Bichette still at second. Spire checks at second. Pitch. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Vientos at 225. 7 homers, 26 RBIs. 1 ball and no strikes. 10th inning tied at 2. Pitch. Swing a Q shot ground ball foul, first base side. Gilbert Gomez, the Mets first base coach, tosses it into the seats. One and 1 the count on Mark Vientos. Mets trying to score the placed runner. That's Bichette. Pitch. Outside. Flies high and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Vientos is 2 for 4 as a pinch hitter this season. The 2-1. Swing a ground ball. Pounded foul. Third base side. And it's 2-2 on Vientos.
Mets have A.J. Minter up. It is helpful when you get a guy like Minter back because these games, as we know, test the depth of your bullpen.
Vientos is batting .277 against lefties this season. 2-2. Swing a pop-up foul and out of play. Still 2-2. Mariners have bullpen action as well with a right-hander throwing. Behind Spire here in the 10th. 1 out. Runner still at second. And the pitch. Swing a fly ball floated down the right field line, slicing foul. And Vientos stays alive. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Edward Bizardo is warming up. It's kind of interesting, right? I mean, I guess you're guarding against any righties on the bench, which the Mets have certainly a couple of them.
Well, the Mets could go to Wagaman in the DH position for Melendez. And that would likely mean that Dan Wilson would counter with Bizardo. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Vientos down on strikes. 2 away. And now it's up to A.J. Ewing.
It's tough to not make any contact against the guy at all. Bichette's still standing there at second base. Hasn't moved an inch.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Spire. And Ewing calls for time. AJ's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. He's also grounded to shortstop. 2 outs, runner at second base. Spire sets, kicks home. Front hit breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. AJ's 3 for 20 against lefties this season. The 0-1. Off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bichette, the place runner, still at second base. Soto went down on strikes. Vientos went down on strikes. The 1-1 to Ewing. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. MJ Melendez is on deck. Eric Wagaman has a bat in the dugout. Right now, it's Gabe Spire against A.J. Ewing. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Spire sets, pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a nasty 95-mile-an-hour sinker that just came charging in towards the shoe tops of A.J. Ewing. And now Spire 1 strike away from striking out the side and stranding Bichette at second. He's ready. The 2-2 to Ewing. Punched foul and out of play off to our left. And the count's still 2 balls and 2 strikes on A.J. Ewing. Rookie trying to come through for the Mets in extra innings. If he doesn't, it'll be up to A.J. Minter to keep the game tied at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Spire sets, and the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. It clipped Garver behind home plate, could not hang on. Ewing stays alive. Ball went right off the glove of Mitch Garver. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to A.J. Ewing. Bichette leads off second. And the pitch. Outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now this is what A.J. Ewing does so well. See a lot of pitches. Mets are just trying to put something in play against Spire here in the 10th. Soto struck out. Vientos struck out. Bichette still at second. Payoff pitch to Ewing. Swing and a pop-up. On the infield, left side. Crawford makes the catch for the final out. Gabe Spire inherits the place runner. He strands the place runner. We're tied at 2 heading to the bottom of the 10th on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go, Mets!
Here comes the pitch. Foul ball.
For all your home improvement needs, windows, doors, siding, or roofing, visit unifiedwindows.com or call 888-631-2131.
Veg, ER for Pets, has revolutionized the pet emergency experience. Not only will you see an experienced veterinarian right away, but you will stay with your pet the entire time. Visit veg.com to find the location nearest you. Veg, ER for Pets, is the official emergency veterinarian group of Mets Radio.
Emu Health specializes in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia. From a dedicated dental clinic to a full multi-specialty medical center, Emu Health supports families and special needs patients, accepting all major insurance plans, including most Medicaid plans. For the best in pediatric dental care under general anesthesia, family medicine, sports medicine, orthopedic, surgery, and women's health, visit the official pediatric dental partner of New York Mets Radio, emuhealth.com. Emu Health. Move forward.
Does your credit have you stressed about buying a car? Is the thought of getting denied for an auto loan overwhelming? The team at Hudson Honda in West New York, New Jersey understands and wants you to know there is a solution. Not only is the goal at Hudson Honda 100% credit approval, but they work with customers in all types of credit situations, which enables them to help get people just like you approved. Call 201-620-2602 today. That's 201-620-2602. Let Hudson Honda get you the credit you deserve.
Bottom of the 10th inning, A.J. Minter on to try and keep this game scoreless, or tied at 2. The place runner is Randy Arozarena. Patrick Wisdom is at the plate. He's a right-handed batter. Cole Young is on deck. He's a left-handed batter. Let's see what the Mets decide to do. Will they face Wisdom, the right-handed batter? Looks like they will. Arozarena can fly. He leads off second. Minter's first pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Wisdom's second at-bat tonight. Pinch hit in the 7th. Went down on strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. Minter, a deep breath with a letter high set. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. First base side, foul territory. Terrens over towards the railing, out of play. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-2 game, bottom 10.
For Minter, his 3rd appearance since coming back from injury. First one was just an easy one to get him in there, but this one is the second one that is high leverage.
1-1 the count on Patrick Wisdom. Mets did not score in the top half. Trying to post a 0 here in the bottom. Minter's 1-1. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike. The Mariners won yesterday on a walk-off hit by Victor Robles on a ball that did not leave the infield. 2-1 on Patrick Wisdom. Arozarena leads off second. Pitch. Down and in. 3 balls and a strike. And again, a walk to Wisdom here is not the worst thing with the open base. And the left-hander Cole Young on deck. Minter looks in, has his side. Sets, kicks home. Swing and a foul tip. And the count's 3-2. And now, you don't necessarily give Wisdom something to hit, but a strikeout would be huge for the first out in the 10th. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out and a runner at second base. 2-2 game, bottom 10. Minter has his side. And the payoff. Swing, ground ball hit foul, third base side. And the at-bat continues. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Patrick Wisdom. This was originally Luke Raley's spot in the lineup, but the Mariners hit for him with Brooks Raley on the mound back in the 7th. 3-2 the count. Minter has his side. And the 3-2 again. We'll have to wait. Minter lifts and looks for Arozarena back to second base and uses his first disengagement. Arozarena's the winning run at second. 2-2 game, bottom 10. Minter has his side. And the left-hander once again turns and looks Arozarena back to second. Disengagement number 2.
How dare he, says the crowd.
Now he has to come home. Count is full. And the 3-2. Arozarena goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. Torrens does not make the throw. Arozarena swipes third. And even with the strikeout, Seattle has the winning run 90 feet away.
Now Torrens could have let it go, but decided not to. I don't think he would have had him. But you also run the risk of if you don't have your third baseman over there, you hit the runner, you make a bad throw, you throw that thing into left field, and the game's over. I'm surprised they're going to pitch to Young here.
Here's Cole Young with the infield in. Winning run 90 feet away. First pitch. Off the plate away. 1 ball, no strikes.
And I say that because, yeah, you have the lefty-lefty matchup, but if you walk him, you can set up the double play ball. Certainly he could run, but just a decision.
The outfield is in all around. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, a broken bat, flare to left. Soto coming in, not going to get there. It falls in, a base hit. Arozarena scores, and the Mariners walk it off in game 1. 3-2 the final score. Cole Young with a broken bat single to left field wins it for Seattle. The Mariners' 7th consecutive victory, their 2nd straight walk-off victory. They shower Cole Young in shallow right center and celebrate the Game 1 win. 3-2 the final score in 10 innings. Seattle takes Game 1. We'll talk about it some more on the other side on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Sentra.
Let's go Mets!
Here comes the pitch.
You've got better things to do this summer than deal with old appliances. That's why right now at Lowe's, you can still get in on Memorial Day savings and get up to 45% off select major appliances. Plus, get up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. It's time to upgrade what's outdated. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/3. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
The finals are here and both teams are set. And now, you can trade on every game on Kalshi. New York is currently trading at 37% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $258 if they take the title. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers, and as the odds move, you can buy in and out anytime. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Imagine a city field at sunset. The air smells like a fresh popcorn. And just when you think this is the best, Francisco Albert hit the homer. That's me. And you win $15,000. And you imagine
the pitch. It's gone!
With the New York Lottery.